I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to tell you what happened 40 years ago. 40 years ago, in 1985, I was 26 years old. I had just finished internship and was deployed for the National Youth Service to the then Imo State that was an amalgam of the present Abia State and the present Imo State. And we had our orientation at Alvan Ikoku College of Education, that is now Alvan Ikoku University of Education. And during the orientation camp, that was when the 1985 Under-17 World Cup was played. And Nigerian youths went there and won the trophy. It was in China, if my memory is still correct. The world was surprised. They had prepared adverts. I think it was Coca-Cola that did that competition before Kodak took over. It's a long time. And they had prepared adverts using fair-skinned people. They did not anticipate that an African nation will win the trophy. Not to talk about Nigeria. Then we still had a good reputation. And the Nigerians won. They won the trophy. And suddenly, after some time, they changed it from Under-17 World Cup, the title. Madam Sabi bust them. But that day, when our Under-17 won the World Cup, I was 9 years older than them, those who played. Something happened in my spirit. I shed tears for the victory of my nation and these young men who brought pride to our country. And I made up my mind that day that I will bring pride to my country. I will contribute to this country, the greatness of this country, one way or the other. I have not been able to achieve that. I'm not very intelligent. I'm not very talented. I've not been able to do anything spectacular. But I made up my mind that day that anywhere I found myself, I will put in my best, just as those boys did. Just like our Super Falcons did in this WAFCON 2024. You won't understand what it takes to come from 2-0 and score 3 goals in the second half with people shining laser beams on your eyes, like as they did to Esther Okoronkwo. Those girls live in the diaspora. Ashley Plumtree, I hope I called it well, lives in the UK. It is her grandfather that is a Nigerian. One of them, her mother is from Malawi and her father from Anambra State. I saw her dancing Igbo dance. and she opted to play for Nigeria. Makes me feel guilty. Makes me feel want to do more for my country. Those girls, they are not poor people. They are rich people. They are talented people. They are exposed people. Esther Okoronkwo's father played for Nigeria. I saw pictures of Kanu Nwankwo carrying her and JJ Okocha carrying her when she was a child. She has every reason not to play for Nigeria. She has every reason to be ashamed of Nigeria. But Nigeria, my beloved country. That song, anytime I hear it, whips emotion. When I saw the Super Falcons they landed in Abuja as they were coming from the plane, and there was a welcoming party or a welcome party. I remembered how I felt 40 years ago. I remember the resolution I made 40 years ago that I will contribute my quota to the development of this nation. I will light my candle anywhere there is darkness that I find myself, such that I can bring lights. I made up my mind I will not contribute to the problems of this country. I will provide solution. Made up my mind, any person I meet, any place I reach, I will leave it better, leave that person better than when I met them or I reached them. And I served in the Aba Local Government Council Health Office very well. I had 10 job offers. People were looking for jobs for me. I worked in Royal Hospital, number 4 Pogo Road. I worked diligently. Opened my own practice in Ukegbo Road and number 59 Ekorekpene Road. I served humanity to the best of my ability. I opened a practice in Iwukem. I served those people. I opened another practice at WAFCON Road. I served. I was going to carry people from the villages to do surgeries. With the help of the local government and my team, a leper colony was built in Ikorotoiwo for lepers who were staying in houses that had been abandoned, thatch houses that had fallen. The local government chairman, because I met him and I told him what I was doing there, he built a modern house for them in the leprosarium. I took care of prisoners in the Aba prison, took care of children in the motherless babies home, Ngwa Road and SDA, took care of children in the remand home at Ovom. There were 2 children who had epilepsy. When I saw them, they had injuries all over their bodies. And I asked them why. They said no medication. And I bought 1,000 tablets of phenobarbital, 60 milligrams, gave to them. For the period they took the medication, they didn't have epilepsy. Until today, I still treat epileptic patients free. I don't charge. They bring them from all over. I have not won a trophy. I have not brought pride to this country. I have not contributed much. The girls, these super Falcons, have triggered a new zeal to contribute my quota to this country. A country that has given me so much. I could see the unity of purpose among our young girls. And I believe that elders like me should be talking about things that will bring this country together. And young people who are at the age bracket I was 40 years back should think more about Nigeria and what they can contribute rather than ethnicity, tribalism, and regionalism and religion. There are a few of my generation who are very wicked and stupid and idiotic, who promote ethnic rivalry. You see the unity among our girls, the joy of serving their nation. You must feel guilty if you are thinking of destroying this beautiful country. This is a great nation. Like 40 years ago, I've resolved again. I must contribute my quota to the betterment of Nigeria. I must light my lamp and make it so shine that the name of the Lord will be glorified. There is no better evangelism that those Christian girls in that squad have done. They took the name of Jesus into the arena and they won. I want to thank the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for calling them, acknowledging them, and encouraging them. I want to pray that all the governors of the states where they come from should honor them. Not because they are females. When people win Big Brother and all those things, you give them lots of money. These young girls are putting so much effort, so much energy, so much skill and sacrifices into bringing this trophy to Nigeria. When I see Ashley Plumtree, I hope I'm pronouncing it well, whose grandfather, the Yoruba man, I remember my granddaughters in Germany, in Romania. One day, I hope to see them bring pride to my great country. We might be 2-0 down. Nigeria will rise again. Something dramatic will happen. Something sensational will happen. God bless Nigeria. I have a webinar coming up on how to invest more intelligently. I have properties for sale. We are opening a totally new city in Uge Axis, Trokefumoto. I have lots of properties. I have 80 acres along the Ugeli Patani Road. Subscribe to this channel. I have Dr. Charles Apoki Extra. Follow me on Facebook. We have books on sale. We have t-shirts and mugs on sale. Dr. Charles Apoki is still my name. I love my country. God bless you.